Everybody, my name is V and I'm a wealth strategist. What in the world does that mean? Someone who comes in, minimizes your risk, gives you the most efficient plan to get from point A to point B with the least amount of risk and in the most tax advantaged way possible, which is why it's necessary to talk to each of you instead of writing. We're going to use life case scenarios. So I had a client meeting my clients do a paradigm shift because there's two rules that govern money, and how many of you know it's hard to win when you don't know all the rules. So if you do what everybody else is doing, you're going to get the results everybody else is getting. But there's a different set of rules for certain segments of the population. So we looked at his current plan, which he's done some time in, and he has about 5 to 10 years before he can do a complete exit strategy. So what we said was, let's reduce your 10-year plan to 6 months. Well, you know that took some work. It's going to take some for you too. Right now, the strategy is he has a financial advisor like most of us do, and the financial advisor said that I ran an analysis and it says that in about 10 years you can touch your money, one, because you'll be 59 and a half, the other because it'll be time to retire, and that's when you can access your money. Well, let's talk about buckets. And for the monies that you've used to position yourself futuristically, congratulations. We're not going to throw that out, but I'm not really concerned about your existing buckets to create your short-term retirement plan. So we create a bucket so that that money can be accessed at a later time, not gross, but net. Okay? Because right now, if you've got $500,000 saved in that bucket, it hasn't been taxed. So you're going to get taxed. So when that's taxed, the net profit is not $500,000. So you're set back. And if you need that quality of life to remain, the new car, the new cell phone, that's not going to work. So what we need to do is reposition that so that futuristically you don't have such a heavy tax hit. So we did that. Now, how about now? There's monies that are laying around, not shabby, but that could probably be better utilized. So let's move the lazy money, or the money that's not active, into something that is now tax-free, that's liquid, and that's high yielding. We're talking between 7 and 12% historically. Can't promise future, but let's move it into that bucket so that we can have options to leverage that as well. Then we're going to go back to work and get you a raise because of being in a position where you've partnered with the IRS. You can go back and change some allowances at work and work with your professional, and he's going to work with the one that we recommended to do that, because there are different rules for different net worths and different outcomes, and you need to make sure your accountant fits that. So we're going to repurpose some of his income and take advantage of some allowances that the IRS allows and give himself more workable income at work. Then instead of spending from our taxable pot of money, we're going to spend from or diversify from our non-tax pot of money, which will allow us to create 10 grand a month in a period of 6 months or less. That's right. Now, how to do that? We'll talk about it, but that's what he's going to implement. And then he says, well, it's going to be a leap of faith. There is no leap of faith for risk-free. Risk-free. If the most you can lose is leveraging tax dollars to where the most I have at risk or on the table is $10 to $100 to create the future that I want in 6 months or less, enough times with rinse and repeat to create $10,000 a month, whether I get out of the bed or not, without risk, and I don't have to quit my job to do it. What are you afraid of? It might work. If you want your own blueprint analysis, strategic session, private message me. I'm looking for a few individuals who are ready to create a lifestyle income that serves them on their own terms and shortened from what your financial advisor told you was your future. ValerieTrent.com, or private message me so that we can have our own strategic session. Have a great day.